Today we will see the clipboard and selection tools in SolidEdge, present in SolidEdge. So currently we are in assembly template. So I will tell you about the clipboard and selection menus present in home ribbon bar. What are the selection tools we have? First one are clipboard tools. These are some general tools like copy and paste tools which we have already used in Windows software or paints of Microsoft softwares. Like here also the features are similar. Like if I want to copy something, I will click on that component, copy that and click on paste. Now here I can directly paste that component. You can also do this similar with keyboard shortcuts also. Like there are general shortcuts to copy any component. Click copy and click paste. Click Control V to copy and paste. This can also utilized in SolidEdge. Then this is the cut feature. This is also similar. If you want to cut any component, that component will be cut. And if again you paste it, again it will be pasted in the same window. Then we have insert assembly copy. Now, if you want to insert any assembly, directly select here assembly files and click on the particular assembly which I want to call. I will generally click on that assembly, click on open. Now this is the basic interface for insert assembly copy. Like what will be the coordinate system? It will be the base coordinate system. If there is another coordinate system created, then it will be in the drop down menu. Now these are some general settings. I can also mirror some components around any planes like that. I'll click on OK. Now if you pan it, fit it, the particular components is placed in this assembly environment. You can see that this is as a assembly copy. Now you can create any feature or any new component with respect to this particular object. If you want this in detail, please let me know. We will make a detailed video about this also. Now, if we go in this create interpart relationships, it is related to the synchronous features. So we will cover this in next topics. Now, we have completed the clipboard section. Now we have selection tools. For the selection tools in assembly environment, first we have phase priority. Phase priority means if generally what will be happen if you select any component, it is in part priority. So the particular part will be selected. But now if you want to select any particular phase, you can click on phase priority. That particular phase will be selected. Like that, there are shortcuts like control and space bar. If you click control and space bar, you can see the icon. According to that, now it is phase selection. Now again, I click on the control and space bar. Now it is part selection. Like that, you can scroll between them. Now some normal selection mode. Like if I've selected any one component, I want to add more. Like generally to add more in selection, we hold the control button and select the individual component which we want to add. Like that, you can, if you don't want to hold the any key, you can directly click on add or remove mode. I will go for add mode. I will just sorry for that. I will go for the add mode. I will just select the component which I want to add in the list. For that also, if you go for that, there will be space bar to cycle mode. Means if I click on, if I in the this particular selection, now if I click the space bar, you can see that this plus minus icon is appearing. Means it is showing me that remove mode is on. Now if I am in minus mode, so it will be the opposite of add mode. The component I will select that will be removed here. Then we have selection manager modes. In selection manager, if you select any component, the selection manager mode will be appeared. Like I want to deselect any selected component. For this also we have shortcut shift plus space bar. Now again I will select clear selection. This is also to clear any selection. Then 3D box select means with reference to any box, inside the box the component will appear. I want to enable that, then I can utilize this. Then there is a related item. If any component have a related item, like I will select for this component and go into the related item. Now we have don't have selected. I will again go for the shift tab, select the related item. Okay, so it is in part priority. Now I will again go into the selection manager mode. I will click on related item. Now you can see that the related items are selected. So you need to make sure that you are in part priority to fully utilize the selection manager. Now again we go the last step. So we have like identical parts. Like these types of socket screws are here present, which are identical. So I will just select one component, then I can right click, then I will or I can with help of shortcut, I'll click shift plus space bar. Again I will go into the selection manager mode. I'll click on identical parts. So all the identical parts are selected here. Now again, if we go into the manager mode, then we have select subassembly. Means normally in SolidEdge, if you select on any one component in the subassembly, then only that particular component will be selected. To select whole subassembly, you need to go into the this tree pathfinder. But if you want to access it in from here only, you can directly go into the selection manager mode, select the subassembly feature. That subassembly will be selected there. Like that, if you want to any clear selection, the selection will be cleared. Then we have selection filter. This filter should be generally on. For example, if this geometries, dimensions or annotations are off, then you will be not be select the you will not be able to select any dimensions or sketch are created here. For example, if I create any sketch here, just for an example, I will create one block and close this. Then I will go into the PMI and create some dimension. Now you can see if I go on to that particular window and click on that entities, I will not be able to click that. This is happening because of this selection filters are off. So generally this filter, all filters should be on. Now I will directly able to select these entities. These are some beginners mistake in which they generally off these settings and they don't have idea that why the sketch is not selecting and like that. You can utilize that. Then overlapping. It means if generally if I want to select any object, I will just create this over fence, but I want to make sure that all the overlapping objects should be directly selected. Then I can switch on this overlapping section. Now if I go for this overlapping, all the overlapping objects will be selected. Then select part by size. Like if you hover here, you will have idea about that this particular assembly will be divided into 1 raised to 100. Means largest part will be the number 100 and smallest will be 1. So in between that, if you press any key, any number, that particular type of size component will be activated, or you can say selected. Like that you can browse also. If I click on the 100, largest components will be selected. If I click on one, smallest component will be selected. Like and that you can utilize this feature. Then select visible part, in which the whichever parts are visible in this window, only that parts will be selected. Like I have clicked that on option. Now you can see that this part was not visible, this part was not visible in that view, so these parts are not visible. Then select part constraint to something. If this component I want to know with which parts these are constrained, I can directly click on, then it will automatically select with which part this particular component is constrained. Then select identical subassemblies. If, for example, if I recall this subassembly again, then I can go into the this option, select identical subassemblies. I will again select the particular part and select the identical subassembly. So that particular subassemblies will be selected here. Then select all identical parts like we have seen before. If I want to select all the identical parts will be selected here. Then particular if any component is inactive, I will delete this extra subassembly. Now this part I want inactive. I will just right click on and inactive. Unloaded if they have been saved. Okay, so it is giving me error, so I will just resave it. Now click on inactive. Now you can see that in SolidEdge it is showing it is inactive if you hover on that, and the particular color is changed to gray. Now if I just want to activate it, I will click on activate section and click on that particular part. Now you can see that it is automatically activated. Now there is one another option, locate inactive part, in which if I switch off this option, now if I again inactive it, then you cannot utilize this features option. Means if I go into any one feature, I'll click for assembly feature. Now I cannot add the feature here, but can add features on activated part. But if I want to add the features on inactive part also, then for that you need to activate this locate inactive parts. Now if you go into the round feature, you can see the current part is inactive, but still you will be able to select the edges and you can directly apply the features here. So for that, according to your use case, you can utilize these both options. To directly activate, I will click the active it section. Now again, I will just activate this one section. Okay. Now it is find component. Find component is similar to this upper path in Pathfinder. There is find menu also. Here also you can search menu. You can directly type the part which you want to search, and directly that particular part will be highlighted. But here we have only reference of name. Means according to the name you can search. But if you want to find component with reference to another properties like title, like material, for example, condition contains steel. I will prefer the steel in whichever object steel is considered. The component should be highlighted. Then I will click on find and close. Now you can see that whichever component has steel, that components are highlighted here. So like that, you can directly find the components according to your use cases. Then if you this all the select and clipboard commands related to assembly environment. Now if you go into the part environment, now currently I am in part environment. Here also the first sections are same. Now if for example if I click on any one feature, I can directly copy that feature. Okay, so this feature is not able to copy, so I will copy this feature. Now if I click on paste, it is just asking me on which plane I want to paste. So like that, I can directly paste that feature here. We can create feature library also. I will make a detailed video about that also. Then part copy, like we have inserted parts assembly copies, like that you can insert part copies also. Like this will be the general option, link to original files, then what type construction bodies you want or design bodies you want, you can utilize that. You can also add string factor if you are going for any type of molds, like that you can utilize this. I'll click on apply. Okay, I think some selection are failed. I will go again for part copy, select the any one component, click on open, apply. Okay, finish. Now if I had over this design body, you can see that our this solid body second construction body is added as a part copy. You can utilize this body for your reference also. Then this similar objects, similar selection methods we have, like we have seen in assembly phase priority. This will be enabled only in assembly environment only. This selection manager mode. These are similar here, but this will be useful in this section will be useful in assembly environment. Then selection filters. These are also mandatory so that you will be able to select the dimension entities, sketch entities, like that. Then overlapping, this will be also utilized in if you want to directly select the overlapping components. Then these selection filters will be and clipboard filters will be selection filters will be same for the sheet metal environments also. There will be the same commands, so we will not cover this. Now, if I go into the drawing menu, now here the same similar components will be there. Like if I want to copy this particular view, I can directly copy that. In paste, there are options like paste special. You can directly paste here. For example, as a picture also. Normal will be this draft document. Directly you can paste that. Then there will be this window meta file, means the particle will be pasted as a picture. Now if I select that, you can see that the particular view is created as a picture reference, so you can utilize this as per your references. Then paste to original position, means wherever the original position will be there, the particular view will be pasted, like you can see that. Then paste to selected position, means wherever you want to paste, the component will be pasted there. Then copy to library. If you want to copy something to your library, only just 1 second, my battery is down. Okay, perfect. Now for the selection windows, now for example, if I again paste one view here, if there are many views here, like for example, I will create the principal of this particular view. I will just reposition it and change the scale. I will add some reference dimension just for example. Now you can see there are multiple views here and dimension entities. If I want to select all the components at once, I can click on select all, that all the entities will be selected at once. Then we have activate part for the selected parts. If you want to activate selected parts for draft quality views, you can click that and then you can continue your dimensioning. Now, okay, so my this option was empty, so remaining copy to library. This will be useful feature if you want to utilize your library components. For example, as the copy to library command, I will just create one sketch. For example, if this particular views are or particular sketch is very useful to me, I will just create the library of that particular sketch or view. So I will just select that particular copy to library. I will select the view, I will accept it and placement point. Now you can see that that particular symbol is directly created here. You can then utilize it as many times as you want. As already I have mentioned, the particular folder should be browsed here where you want to save that view. There only the current window in library, that particular folder should be open, then only that particular symbol will be created. So this was all about the selection window and clipboard window in SolidEdge, all the templates or all the templates. If you want any other detailed video, you can just comment down. Thank you.